You can buy everything, but you can't buy this one.
Let's not let's let's understand evenly that like the desires of those who have an endless desire for debauchery and things that cannot be purchased. It is not limited to the standard desires for what, most people would consider tolerable or intolerable in this case. And I don't believe that it stops at girls personally. So
No, and like if you go to other scandals, it's definitely young boys too, right? That you said an interesting thing there, and we won't go on down the rabbit hole of that either. But the thing that you can buy everything you want except this thing is interesting because I was listening to someone talking about
yeah,
this whole scandal who's been, like an investigative journalist around it, and that was one of their theories. You can buy everything, but you can't buy this one, and it gives it this weird, perverse psychotic allure or something, right? Bizarre psychologically.
it's the disdain that most people have for various levels of authority, and then people who have purchased their way outside of society's druthers. The elites, the quote unquote elites, the people who have money. Basically, money to do whatever you want. The problem is that you're really at the top of the food chain, and not spiritual pyramid, but of the normal food chain of society. You're wanting money, you're wanting power, and then you're wanting the things. But when you have both money and the power, and you can have the things, that doesn't give you the same dopamine dump that it once did. Yeah. So you need more. And that's why social media and whatever, it's why I've always been, anti that shit, is because it's an endless dump of dopamine. And so people who are kind of like on that regularly, they know that like the like that you get from the person you want to like your shit is not the same value as a like on a post from somebody else that you don't really care about because you want that particular thing. Same thing when people are able to purchase whatever they want. That doesn't have the same dopamine hit. If I could buy any car that I want, as much as I want, what does it matter if I buy a Ferrari or a Bugatti or a McLaren or whatever? That doesn't matter. I want something that's one of one, or one of five. Now I'm the only one. Now I'm special. My ego needs to feel identified very clearly, special, unique, one of one. So people want to have experiences. And when you're outside of like the moral code that most people follow because you believe yourself to be, special, the rules don't